What do you do right now, and how did you get into this line of work?
Right now, I work for the Antioch Unified School District. I'm a one-on-one aide for special needs. Um, I'm trying to think. Well, my son was born with a cleft palate. Before that, I worked for an engineering company. And I did daycare so I could take him to all of his appointments. Um, and then I went to work for a bank, a teller, which I loved. And then I came to work at the school. And my friend was doing it, and she told me, "Oh, you need to try this." And my sister was doing it too, over in Mount Diablo School District.
Interesting. Thank you, Miss Susan. Um, who is the most influential person in your life right now?
I would say my husband. He influences me a lot.
What ways do you think is?
Was always trying to get me to do better, and um, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
He always tries to get me to do better and to look at what's coming down the road and what I need to work on. Yeah.
Thank you, Susan. What else do you want to learn?
I don't, but I do want to learn the computer because I'm not good at all on it. That's something. That's something I would like to do for myself.
Okay. Miss Susan, what's your greatest struggle right now?
My greatest struggle is my weight. I want to lose weight. I want to get healthier. And I struggle with that.
And in what ways have you been disappointed in life?
Oh. My husband was a Marine, and my son always wanted to be a Marine. And they didn't take him. I mean, this went on for a few years trying to get him in there. And they didn't take him because of the cleft surgeries that he had, and they took bone out of his hip to put in his mouth, and they thought that was a transplant to his hip. And then their doctor found out he had a condition with his eye called keratosis. And it's like this is what I understand about it. The lens is wavy. So you put a contact on it and you get good vision. But that's what he had, and he tried to do a waiver with that for them too, but they wouldn't do it. So now that was very disappointing. I feel really bad for him.
I hear you. Yeah. Something that he probably wanted
Since he was a little kid.
Since he was a little kid.
Yeah.
And looking up to his dad.
Yeah.
And you feel for him.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. You tell me about a time when you didn't know if you would make it.
Oh man. I would think that would be, I didn't know if I'd make it in a job. Where I had trouble learning stuff. And that's where the hardest was for me.
And the trouble with the learning stuff was, you think, was an obstacle to it? Go ahead, Miss.
No, I was gonna. Well, this isn't really with that, but
Okay.
I had trouble reading, and to write something down was really hard for me. And I have you know, where you see something backwards and what do you call it?
Dyslexia?
Dyslexia. Yeah, I'm dyslexic.
Mm.
And it was funny because the Bill Cosby show, I used to watch that, and their oldest son was in college, and he couldn't figure out why he couldn't write. He could think things, but he couldn't write them, and they learned that he had dyslexia. Dyslexia. And I thought, oh, that's my problem. Because I can think things, but I can't get it down on paper.
I see. And that really challenged you in applying for jobs?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
I see. Yeah, it could be like fear, or if you will, like whether
A lot of fear.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you, Ms. Susan, for just sharing that. And again, like I think some people too might have it and just don't know, and
Yeah, right.
it will help them.
Yeah.
I have 3 more questions. What's an object you still have from your childhood, and what is the story behind it?
And
What's the story behind it?
Behind
Do you have
it,
an object from your childhood?
I'm very sentimental,
I see.
so I have lots of things.
Okay, yeah.
I would say my baby doll. It was one I saw on TV, and I got it for Christmas. And there's a little jingle that went with it, and I know how to sing it. But her name was Kissy, and you press her arms together, and she kissed. So.
And the tune goes like.
Now I can't think.
I can't think.
Go get Kissy if you want a little kiss. You press her arms like this, and you get a little kiss. That was the commercial.
That is so cute, Mrs. Susan. What's the happiest moment of your life, or moments?
When I had my kids, when they were born. That was super exciting. Yeah.
And you have 2?
I have 2 kids.
children.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure. And just one last question. If you could share with your family, or even your students, and your family, your kids, and your students, your most important values, what would you say?
My most important value is to think of what I can do for others. Like some of the kids in the classroom, I think, how can I make them laugh today? Especially when they're having a bad day. Yeah.
Oh, that's so precious, Mrs. Susan. And I think that's a gift that others will receive from you, is just by being you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.